Hi, I'm Pamela Strum, bringing you the addendum to Time is No Longer Like Taffy. So last time I got together with all of you, the recording stopped. And there's some things that I wish to share with you, continue sharing with you in regards to this incredible opportunity that we are experiencing now on the planet as there's more energy available to us, and you're possibly noticing shifts in your perspectives of time, or maybe things are happening more easily for you. If not, though, it's once again, these are practices for you to do. I want to offer practices so that you can enjoy losing track of time, keeping in mind that time is that third dimensional construct, but where you step into a higher dimensional feeling of where time doesn't exist. And you already experienced that, as I said, where you're doing something you love so much, you fully lose all track of time. So for one is simply to breathe and let your body calm down. Breathe, take deep, slow breaths, and bring yourself into the present moment. A lot of times we're reacting to life and what's going on in life, and we're oblivious to the present moment, right? So breathe and slow your body down, calm your nervous system, and whatever you need to do to calm your nervous system, whatever helps you the best, go ahead and do that, but taking deep, slow breaths, bringing you into your body. And two, practice being aware of the now moment. So a lot of times in our day, we are creating our day, we're living our lives, and yes, we're reacting to life, but we're oblivious to the moment. Maybe we're in the past thinking about something that's happened already. Maybe we're projecting what we're going to do next in the future. So train yourself to be in the now moment. And when you do that, you realize that all that exists is the now moment. So the past is a past, it doesn't exist. The future, quote, hasn't happened yet. Now, if we start jumping into a higher dimensional expression, all time exists at the same time. You can actually jump into the past or the future, but we're not going to go there in this one. Simply practice being aware of the present moment. And then three, once you've trained yourself to be aware of the moment, start to make decisions about your life from the now moment. And what you'll notice as you do this on a regular basis is that that field of infinite possibilities starts to open up. Because at first, when you're in the now moment and you tune in and ask yourself what you wish to experience in the moment, sometimes if you're ever having a conversation with someone and maybe the conversation is going other than how you wish to experience it, stop yourself and say, what do I wish to experience in this interaction with this person? Or let's say you're caught in traffic. What do I wish this moment to feel like? And you can switch yourself into that vibration. You can choose to do that, because sometimes in our attachment to our past or being oblivious of the moment, when we really bring our focus into deciding how we're going to experience that moment, we get a chance to process, to be aware of and process our conditioning. So if we think we have to do something a certain way, or we have to be somewhere, or we start to realize how much we're living our lives according to conditioning. And, you know, who's done that conditioning? Who's told you that the moment has to play out a certain way or that you have to do something? So as the red flags are catching, oh, I have to, I ought to, I must. And oh, I'd really love to go for a walk outside on this gorgeous day, but I have to get dinner going. Well, who defined that for you? Who defined that it has to be dinner time? Maybe you can allow it to play out a different way. So I'm giving very simple examples because we do these things all the time, but maybe not always aware. So start to realize in the moment, making your decisions, how much conditioning are you on automatic pilot? And if you catch yourself on automatic pilot, make the decision that's true for you. And as you start making your decisions as to, well, this is what I'm experiencing right now, and you change it. I'm stopping this conversation going in this direction. I'm going to turn this conversation to something that feels good. And maybe you have to battle your ego. Maybe you catch yourself negating the possibility of something. This video is not about manifestation. That's a whole different conversation. I actually put out a brief video on manifestation you can go back and look for, and there are entire courses of manifestation. But I'm telling you right now, the only place to create, the only time to create, because time doesn't really exist except in the third dimension, is now. And as you start playing with your potentials and opportunities, life gives you more of what's authentic to you in your vibration. So if I'm saying, well, I wish to, it's the morning and I'm going to Paris to have lunch. I'm going to fly on a plane. That might that might be a little tricky, because right away what comes up is a negation. That's not possible. But is the feeling an excitement there where maybe you can take a step toward making that possible? Maybe you'll go call the airline or book a flight. Maybe you'll have lunch somewhere that excites you, that is a favorite place of yours, that makes you feel good. And then you keep that potential open, and who knows, you'll create, the universe will bring to you having lunch in Paris. I mean, truly, that's how it works. You hold a vibration and a potential, you keep holding that vibration and potential, and you bring that into your world. But your decisions are about the now moment. A place where you can trip yourself up that I want to highlight to you: everyone has free will. So when you are present in a moment, in your experience of the moment, in your full awareness, when you make a choice for yourself in that moment, if it happens to involve another person or require other people, such as taking a plane to go have lunch in Paris, it might take the universe a little longer to arrange that for you, because even going to have lunch in another country involves airlines and pilots and, or ship captains, however you might get there, the restaurant being open and people running a restaurant. You get my drift. It's a lot simpler to practice your powers of being in the now moment when you're simply making decisions that you involve you solely, such as going for that walk in nature when maybe you keep telling yourself that it's quote time to make dinner. So become aware of how you navigate time. And a little side tip, in addition to making our choices in the now moment based upon other people, there was a woman I was listening to once, and she was funny. She decided to eliminate the word time from her language. So I'm speaking in English. I'm going to use English as an example. It's really funny. Instead of calling it time, she called it miracles. And that might seem a bit odd at first, but the more she did that, she said the more miracles happened in her life, where time kind of went away and opportunities opened to her to actually live out her life the way she thought it would be. So it sort of cleared out any negations. So in the past, if you believe I can't fly to Paris for lunch, and then in the now moment, you decide I'm going to fly to Paris for lunch, then that past timeline creation is to be dealt with and discreated before you actually get to, in the now moment, experience going to Paris for lunch. Okay, so I'm still on number 3 here. Another side tip to number 3 is oftentimes when we are also creating for ourselves, the projection of time is put into the future. So when this is done, when I've done this, I can do this. When I have a nice place to go eat, I'll wear that new outfit of mine. So you're always putting that potential into a future timeline, never in the now moment. Therefore, it will always perpetually stay in a future timeline, and you will not pull that into the now moment. So this gets tricky. I'm actually going to give it its own number. I'm going to call this number 4. Talk about something as if you have it already. I have this great place. I'm eating now. I'm wearing my outfit. Maybe you'll even put your outfit on, and that will open a potential for you to have a great place to go and eat. So really simple, grounded examples, because I know I'm playing with a higher dimensional expression of time, but it's truly what's happening for us now. These are potentials for you to experience. So when our language in English doesn't permit us to say, well, I'm a millionaire. And right off the bat, your brain says, well, I'm not really a millionaire. And maybe if I work really hard, I'll become, and you put it into a future timeline in addition to negating it. So I have $1 million. And what that will stir the pot, because money is a real tricky one. I know I'm getting into manifestation because it's usually tied to so much past experience, beliefs, traumas even, that we negate that potential. And what you do to collapse that timeline to experience that potential is to start living or feeling as if you already have the $1 million, or start living, feeling like you are experiencing that great place to have lunch. And I'm trying to pull in, hopefully this is making sense, pull in examples for you to find that are tangible. Money's very relatable to us. Certainly eating is something we do every day. Certainly how money plays out in the culture now, but I'm using these examples with time to highlight to you what is now that will bring in that reality. So the now of abundance, the feeling of abundance, that you have everything accessible to you, that you have every resource available to you to create what you wish to experience. The universe will start bringing opportunities to you that, oh yeah, I happen to make, have $1 million and then some. But it's really feeling abundant and potential and opportunities where everything's abundant to you. All resources are abundant to you. This can be a tricky one for some of you right now, because a lot of people are experiencing challenges with work and making money and what's going on in the world at the moment. Therefore, it brings up opportunities to clear all those beliefs, because all that exists is now. So what is happening for you now, where you can then tap into your highest potential? So that's number 4. Going to number 5, once you're used to calming yourself down, bringing your awareness into the now moment, really choosing, because you are choosing in every single solitary fraction of a second, choosing how you're going to live that moment, and then stepping into that authenticity. So doing everything that you do to bring yourself into what is authentically you, not what television has told you, or music tells you, or social media, or the news tells you, or your peer group tells you, or your family growing up tells you. What feels true to you in the now moment? This might bring up opportunities for you to clear conditioning. This might bring up opportunities for you to realize that you're following someone or something else's programming. Whatever you do to bring yourself into the now moment and be authentically you and practice that, do it. So maybe an idea for practicing that is to express yourself as you. So maybe you go out in nature and allow yourself to feel the moment. Maybe you sing and dance. When you sing and dance, does it bring up old judgments from people making fun of the way you sing and dance? Well, that's an opportunity for you to clear that and put your energetic marker in your life of being authentically singing and dancing because it brings you joy. Whatever you love to do that brings you joy, paint something, sculpt something, hug your pet, hug someone, hug anyone, as long as it's consensual. Bring yourself into the moment of loving the moment. Smell an essential oil, let the breeze blow on your across your face. Whatever brings you in the moment that you love and feel joy, that increases your vibration and gives you opportunities to play with your potentials for now moments and collapse time, clear out conditioning, clear out those matrix traps that trap us into feeling like shoulds, have to, ought to, this is the only way. Now I'm going to say 2 things to kind of tie this up. This might seem like it, this is a bit more expanded in perspective, but I'm putting this potential out there for you. As you bring yourself into the now moment and you embrace your power and your potential, and the universe keeps bringing you more and more power and potential, maybe just like children naturally do, you bring in the potential, well, I wish to fly. And I promise you that will bring up all kinds of 3rd dimensional conditioning, programming, maybe even mocking. So that's not possible. You can't fly. You can only fly with an airplane. Oh, you're a bad example to the children, because if you tell children that, maybe they're going to jump off something, a height, and they'll fall and hurt themselves. What are you doing? So we've been shut down in many ways around these concepts. So certainly, according to the constructs of the 3rd dimension, just getting up and flying is something that would require a lot of overcoming laws of the universe to do. However, as you hold your frequency into a more expanded version of itself, and as the world herself is holding a higher vibration and frequency, those potentials that you might have judged in the past as impossible start to become possible. So just like every once in a while, some of our favorite TV shows and movies will show us someone flying or transporting themselves across timelines, I'm telling you right now, this is possible. It's possible. So the more you bring yourself into the now moment and allow those miracles to come in the now moment, you hold the high frequency, the more you hold that potential for yourself and the collective, right? Because we are really unified together. So the more of us who believe this is a potential, the more we create that potential in our lives now. Okay, so I put that in there for those of you who do a lot of energy work who are listening to this. So the final thing that I wish to share with you is, please, everybody, put your devices down. I don't know about you, but one of the greatest gifts that you can give to someone else, including yourself, though, yourself first, is being authentically yourself, bringing your attention into the moment and having a true, authentic interaction with another person. So have you ever tried to give a gift to someone who is quite elderly or someone who has, quote, everything? There's nothing you can give them. Something that costs nothing and is the most precious is to offer a gift of your, quote, time and attention. So have you ever been into a social situation and everyone's checked out and they're maybe on their phones and you're thinking, what's the point? Why am I even here with all these people? And yet if you're with someone who really focuses and listens and is present with you in the moment, wow, that person's powerful. Wow, that person's magical. So that's an idea with the holidays coming up of something you can give somebody, your time and attention. But you can do that for yourself as well. Give yourself that gift of being present with yourself and bringing your awareness to your life. And you'll start to love your life. And life will give you so many opportunities and life will seem like magic and the miracles will come in because all that exists is the now moment. So I hope this has helped some of you. I hope that this has reminded some of you, enlightened some of you, given you some fun tools of which to play. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. This helps this content get out there that I wish to share, helping the planet be a better and better place. So thank you, everyone. Have a glorious, glorious day. And I wish you all wonderful, wonderful, magical moments.